4 ohms here. Okay, and here, and you are having a dependent source of say this is R1, this is R2, and this R1 is equal to 4 ohm, right? And you have between X and Y.
Sir, are you presenting something?
See, I am showing it from a camera, from another showing you from a camera. A4, I'm writing it in a copy. It from a okay. আচ্ছা দাঁড়াও দেখছি তো আমি কি করে সেট করা যায় জিনিসটা হেজি আসছে তাই তো
If you do and explain this time and then you send it in the group send.
Okay, okay, so that I can do. So you are telling me to explain the problem first and then I will send it to you by doing it in
No, no, sir. You explain this here and then you can picture of it.
Okay. So just I will share the problem with you so that this is visible to you. Okay, so that this is I am concentrating on this problem 3.24. Okay, here this problem I'm sharing it from
This is one of the
my
basic drill जो आपका aim, आपका reflex, आपका recoil
and I'm
control
showing the
and आपका
camera
crosshair
solution
placement इन चारों
from
चीज
my
को improve
another
कर देगा.
profile. Okay,
Aim improve हो रहा है, आपका reflex improve हो रहा है.
okay, so this is the problem that I'm talking about, problem 3.24. So I am having a 2 ampere source here.
देखो अटैक क्यों आएगा लौंडिया को देख के लौंडिया को हार्ट अटैक आया है
Here you
क्या
are given the current source that is a
दूसरा
dependent
सिस्टम है
current
तेरा
source as you can see and this is 2 I. Okay, and R1 is equal to 4 ohm. So what you have to do, you have to calculate the short circuit current XY, that this current. You have to calculate the current through this one. Okay, this current through this XY terminal. So you are having and this is equal to I that has been given to you. The current through this R2 branch is equal to I, and this dependent current see from this camera, this dependent current source is equal to 2I and this is 4 ohm, right? And okay, so next what we will do, so let us say this is one node, this is one node and we are writing this as node 1. This is node 1. Okay, so we will be here, we will be applying KCL here. So if you look at this node, this current is entering the node, this current is leaving the node. Okay, this current is leaving the node, this current is entering the node, and this current is entering the node, and this current is leaving the node. So let us say we are taking this, that is the short circuit current. This is your ISC, that is the short circuit current. So if you are considering only this node, so these are entering. So 2 plus 2I, this will be entering, and this will be equal to I plus I circuit current across XY. short circuit current across xy. So if you write this, if ISC, this will become equal to I plus 2. Okay, applying KCL at node 1. Next, we will apply KVL. So where we will apply the KVL? We will apply the KVL. We will apply the KVL in this entire circuit. So this current ISC, this will be flowing through R1, and the current I is flowing through R2. Okay, so therefore you can write the KVL equation as ISC into R1 minus IR. Just hold a minute, there's a call incoming. Is this clear? Up to now, is this clear? So we are applying KCL at node 1. KCL at node 1, and we are applying KVL at the loop. So if we are applying KVL in this loop, so ISC is resistance and I is flowing through this resistance. So you have two voltages. One is I into R2, another is ISC into R2. Two voltages. Okay. Now you see that R1 and R2, these two are equal. See, R1 and R2 both are equal to 4 ohm. R1 and R2 ohm. So therefore your ISC will become equal to I. ISC will become equal to I. ISC, what is the value of ISC? What is the ideal value of ISC? For any short circuit current is equal to, for any yes, infinity. So your current through this short circuit current, both are becoming infinity. So if the current is becoming infinity through the circuit, that means it is becoming infinity. That means under this condition, you cannot draw any Norton's equivalent circuit for this. For this kind of a problem, it will not have any Norton's equivalent circuit, because your ISC is becoming equal to I, and that is becoming equal to infinity. Okay, now you see the next condition that has been given to you here. See, for part 2 it has been given. Just focus on the question. What will happen if R1 is equal to R2? So you are having basically two equations. ISC equals to I plus 2. Another is ISC R1 minus IR2 is equal to 0. So you are having, okay. So when your R1 is given is equal to R2, when R1 is equal to R2 in the problem, so this equation becomes ISC into R1 minus R1 by 2. So from this, you will, if you equate these two, you are getting that ISC is equal to I by 2. Okay, see, ISC is equal. If you just replace this value here, okay, so it will come as I by 2 is equal to I, and this is coming out as, if you calculate this, this will come out as I equals to minus to minus 4 ampere, and your ISC, this will come out as minus 2 ampere. ISC will come here. See, ISC is coming out as minus 2 ampere. Is this okay? Calculate any question by this short circuit current, that is Norton's equivalent circuit, and when you are given a, say you have resistance of 4 ohm and this resistance are equal, and only current sources and current dependent sources are you have, select that particular node, you will apply node analysis here, and you will try to find out this ISC. Okay, so is this clear to you? I will send us to you, so that won't be an issue. The thing is that have you understood the application of this dependent?
Sir, in which mesh will apply KVL?
See, all these are current loops, so your voltage will be developed across this KVL across this entire mesh. We are calculating this as a single mesh. Circuit current, when you have this short circuit current, this is almost, say, useless to you when you are applying KVL. So your voltage is developed is across this. So you are applying this across, considering this as a entire single loop. What is this? This is actually a super mesh. Remember a super mesh?
Yes, sir.
So this is a super or a single entire loop. When 2i is common to both these loops in the meshes individually, super mesh, so you have to consider the KVL across this entire loop. Okay, so if you are okay with this problem 3.26, so see, just in the presentation we will move on to the problem 3.26, where you are having a voltage current source. Move on to 3.26, right? Okay, so first what I am doing, I am drawing this is 3.26. okay, this I am first drawing the circuit. So see, you are given a 12 volt source here. Okay, then you are having a resistance. Okay, now you are having a dependent current source here, which is given as 3i0. We are connecting these two. Then we are putting the resistance of 3 ohm here. we have a load resistance of RL equals to 1 ohm. So this is 3 ohms, and it has been given your, right? This is your problem. So step 1. So what is step 1? What is step 1? Remember the steps of calculating. So first it will be remove the load resistance. Load resistance, right? So if you are removing the load resistance, you are having this 12 volt source, you are having this resistance, having this dependent current source, and you are having this resistance, and this circuited. So the first step is remove the load resistance and short circuit the terminals. Okay, so if these are the two terminals, we are short circuiting these two. So this is 3 ohm, and this has been given to you as I0. Okay, so first calculate what is I0. So I0 is the current across this loop. I0 must be the current across this loop. I0. What is I0 coming out to be? Your I0 will be nothing but 12 divided by 2 ampere. Okay, so I0 will be nothing but 12 divided by 6 equal to. So when you are having this as a short circuit, so when you have a short circuit path, the entire current will flow through this short circuit path. So there will be no current flowing resistance. No current will flow through this 3 ohm resistance. Okay, so you can just eliminate this 3 ohm resistance, right? So if you consider this node, analysis, so apply node analysis. Or we node 1. So this is node 1. So we are applying KCL at node 1, right? So if you are you see here your current direction is given as this, and this is coming here like this. So your IS 0 plus 3I0. I0 plus 3I0. No current will flow through, will be flowing through this short circuit path. So when you have any resistance in parallel to the short circuit path, no current will flow through this path, through this short circuit path. Okay, so therefore you do not have to consider any current through this. So when I am applying KCL at node 1, then this current is leaving, and this current and this current, these two are entering node 1. So this current is not. So your ISC will be addition of I0 and 3I0. So ISC will be equal to 4I0, 2 ampere. So this is 4 cross 2, and this is coming out to be 8 ampere. The ISC current, that is a short circuit current, is coming out to be 8 ampere. Okay. Now, do you remember what was the steps?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so next what we have to do?
So
When
now
in
we'll
case,
calculate so that open terminal.
yes, but in case of dependent sources, what you had to do? When it was dependent sources, you had to calculate the open circuit voltage. See, I will just share with you this so that, just a second.
Sir,
Yes,
can I say something if you don't mind?
no, yes, sure.
The video is too blurred, sir. I mean, we can't even see anything. And a manager called that, sir. So if you don't mind, can you use a
Online whiteboard I can use, but the thing is that there also the thing will be the same. I can use the online whiteboard, a text file, like as text file. So yes, I can use that, but the thing is that still আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে আমি সার্কিটটাকে রেফার করিয়ে করিয়ে ঠিক আছে ঠিক আছে আমি I was just trying to figure out what could be helpful for you. ঠিক আছে আমি ওইভাবেই করছি, অসুবিধা নেই। ঠিক আছে, এটাকে তাহলে লগ ইন করি হোয়াইটবোর্ডটা। Talking about this I was talking about this problem. Okay, so I said, so what I am doing, see, I am node, I am considering this particular node. Okay, this particular node. So for this particular, your ISC is your short circuit current. So this will be equal to your plus 3I0. Equal to I0 plus 3I0 for this particular node, because you won't have node, so your entire current will be flowing through ISC. So in this particular node, I0 and 3I0, these two are ISC is leaving the junction. So your ISC will be 3I0 plus I0, that is equal to 4I0. Is I0. So if you write, your I0 will come out to be, see, 12 volt. You are given a 12 volt source, and so your this I0 is coming out to be 2 ampere. So this ISC will come out to be 4I0, that is 4 multi, it is coming out to be 8 ampere. This is your ISC. Okay, this is your ISC. Okay, now, so this is your Norton's current. So this will be equal to your IN, that is the Norton's, that is Norton's current. Now you have to find out the resistance. So if you just look at this point, this part, okay, so what was the Norton's theorem for dependent sources? So first you had to find out and the short circuit current. So you have to find out this open circuit voltage. You have to calculate this open circuit voltage. Okay, to find the, so first step is we have removed the load resistance. Now we have found out the short circuit current. So we have to find the open circuit voltage. The open circuit voltage, if I am trying to calculate the open circuit voltage, so this part of the circuit, you see, this part of the circuit has been open X and Y. This was X and this was Y. So this terminal has been open circuited. This part is open circuited. Now you apply nodal analysis at 1 again. You apply nodal analysis at 1 again. Your nodal analysis at 1. So if you write the nodal analysis at 1, so this is your current through 6 ohm resistance IO. So let us voltage as VOC. So if I am writing this, so let us say I have taken VOC as the open circuit voltage. Okay, so applying node analysis at node 1. Okay, so if you node 1, so what will be the value? So you see 1 is I0, so let's get back to this. So this is the current I0. These two current are entering the node. Please look at this, I0 and 3I0. These two current are entering the node at node 1. Through this branch, this is VOC by 3. The current through this branch is VOC by 3, and you saw the direction. So this current is leaving the node. These two currents are entering the node. So your I0 plus 3I0 will be equal to this current, nothing but VOC by 3. This current which is passing through this 3 ohm resistance is nothing but VOC by 3. Am I clear? So first what we are doing, we are trying to calculate the short circuit current. So when the short circuit current will flow this, we are applying nodal analysis at this node. So I0 plus 3I0 is equal to ISC, and from that we are getting ISC, which is the node. Finding out the open circuit voltage based on this principle. So first step is we have calculated this, the short circuit, calculate the open circuit voltage. So when we are calculating the open circuit voltage, we are again applying nodal analysis at node 1. At node 1, this I0 current is flowing through 6 ohm resistance and 3I0 is entering this. So you already have two currents. 3 ohm resistance will be VOC by 3, because if you are considering the open circuit voltage as VOC between terminals X and Y, resistance will be VOC by 3. So that is what is given to you. That is I0 plus 3I0 minus VOC by 3. That 4I0 minus VOC by 3. This is equals to 0. So you already know what is I0. Now what will be I0 here? What is I0? Because you're having a voltage of VOC, so your 12 minus VOC by 3, because at this point as well, this is a parallel circuit. So if the voltage across this voltage across this 3 ohm resistance will be VOC, and the voltage across this branch will be also VOC. So here the I will become 12 minus VOC by 3, because the voltage at this point is equal to VOC. This, so for parallel branch, across parallel branch the voltage remains equal. So if this is VOC, the voltage across this will be also VOC. So the voltage at this terminal is VOC. Let us say we have grounded this terminal. We have grounded this terminal, let us say. So this two terminals voltage of 0, and this is having the voltage of VOC. This is also having the voltage of VOC. So I0 will be equal to VOC by 6. if we have grounded this, that is both these terminals have been grounded. Voltage at this and voltage at this is equal to 0. So if VOC is the voltage applied across the open and Y, then these two nodes, that is this and this, both these terminal will have the same voltage. I0, this will be 12 minus VOC by 6. So you have applied node equation here. I0 plus 3I0 minus VOC by 3. What is I0? I0 is 12 minus terminal voltage is VOC divided by 6. From this, you calculate VOC. So when you have calculated V, the Norton's resistance is VOC by ISC. We have said this, that the Norton's resistance by ISC. So VOC is coming out to be 8 volt. ISC is coming. So your resistance will be 1 ohm. So this is nothing but the Norton's equivalent resistance. This is not equivalent resistance. This is what was given to you. So we have first calculated the short circuit current, then we have calculated the open circuit, calculated the R Norton or R internal, that is 1 ohm. So this is ISC, this is R internal, this is 1 ohm. ISC, that is 8 ampere, R internal, that is the Norton's resistance 1 ohm, and now you connect the load resistance. You apply the current divide rule and you will see the current through the load resistance is 4 ampere. The current through the load resistance is ISC reciprocal. So R internal divided by R internal plus RL. So this is 4 ampere. Okay. আচ্ছা এবার বলো তো এইভাবে সুবিধা হচ্ছে না কোনটা ভাবে সুবিধা হচ্ছে? কিভাবে করলে সুবিধা হচ্ছে বলো তো বুঝতে?
Sir, according to me at least.
Okay, others?
Yeah, sir, it's clear.
Okay, so is this will be better that showing you the solution of the problem and then explaining it to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Application of this dependent sources for Norton's theorem clear? If this is not clear, I can explain it to you once. I can explain it to you once again.
So can you just show the textbook part first?
Which one?
মানে PDF টা।
হ্যাঁ PDF টা দেখাচ্ছি। PDF টা কি শেয়ার করা নেই?
না স্যার, এই স্যার one second.
Okay.
Get like independent and dependent sources, we don't remove all the sources and combine the resistances, right?
No, only independent sources, then we combine the resistances. But when you have one of the dependent sources, you cannot deactivate that. That was basically in case of independent sources that we had to deactivate all the sources. That reason or that condition doesn't remain valid when you. What you have to do in that case, the technique to solve the problem for both the Thevenins as well as the Nortons becomes the same. Circuit voltage as well as the short circuit current across those terminals. So when you are having a dependent sources, the only thing is that for Nortons you have to calculate the short circuit current, and then you have to calculate the open circuit voltage, and then you calculate your equivalent circuit will be the open circuit voltage, the resistance in series, and then the load resistance. For Nortons it will be the short circuit current with the resistance that, and then the load resistance. But the technique to calculate the internal resistance, this remains same for both your Nortons as well as for Thevenins. Open circuit voltage as well as the Thevenins, that is short circuit current. So there is a difference. So you problem solving using the dependent sources. Solving using the dependent sources. Okay, clear. See, this is the steps. So the open circuit current is determined, and then you determine Rn, which is equal to VOC by ISC. Is there anybody who is not clear about this? Anybody? Aritrika, is this clear today? Because last day I know we were having problems, so I tried to first try out with this, and then I thought of showing the solution and then doing this. So you do one thing, everybody do one thing. You try to solve this part of the problem. Next problem then. So I would suggest solve this problem. Okay, so the load resistance is 1.6 ohm. Okay, you are having two resistances of 1 ohm and 6 ohm, and you are having a current source of 10 ampere. The current through 1.6 ohm, that is your load resistance is 1.6 ohm. So you will be calculating the short circuit current through XY, and then you will be calculating the attaching the load resistance and calculate it by applying the current divider rule. You first and explain it to you. .28. Okay, so have you been able to calculate the short circuit current?
So doing that.
ISC is 10.
Okay, do the rest of the problem. Find out VOC then. Find out VOC. correct, 10 ampere. Now you calculate VOC.
See,
VOC 16.
So VOC is 24.
24, right. VOC is 24. VOC is 24, ISC is 10. So your C is flowing through XY. So no current is flowing through this. Okay. So therefore, this at this point, at this node, at node 1, if you apply the KCL, is entering the node, I and ISC are leaving the node. Because you are having a short circuit current, so this all becomes. So at this particular node, I is leaving the node, ISC is leaving the node, 10 ampere is entering the node. So you are having 10 ampere equals to I. What is I? I is, if you are considering the voltage at node 1 as V, so your I will be V by 1, that is V minus this to be the ground node. So your I will be V by 1, V minus 0 by 1, that is V. So you are getting KVL at this loop. If you are applying KVL at this loop, so this is coming out as minus V minus 3I is equal to 0, since across this, so minus V minus 3I, this is equal to 0. So V is coming out to be minus 3I. So if you just, okay, and this is valid only if V is equal to I and that is equal to 0. Therefore, your ISC is coming out, your V will be equal to I, that is V will be equal to minus 3I if both V and I are 0. So if this is, ISC is coming out to be 10 amps. ISC is coming out to be 10 amps. Now you are open circuiting this. Okay. So 10 is equal to I1 plus I2. This is the current through this loop. This is the current through this loop. So I1 plus I2. So 10 will get divided into two parts, I1 and I2. So if you calculate I2, your VOC will be, your VOC will become I2 into 6. And what is I2? I2 is 10 minus I1. I2 is 10 minus I. If you just put the KVL, or if you just put the KVL in this loop equation, in the middle loop, you will get I2 as, from this they are getting VOC as 24 volt. That is 6 into I2. I2 has come out to be 10 minus I1, that is 4 ampere. VOC, if this is VOC, the voltage across 6 ohm is also VOC. So this is 24 volts. So your R internal or R not 4 ohms, and your ISC is 10 ampere. So we are redrawing this circuit. So this is 10 ampere. This is 2.4 ohm. This is 1 as 6 ampere the current through 1.6 ohm resistor. Okay. Okay, so this is clear. So those who couldn't do this, is this problem clear to everybody now? Okay, so next what we will do, we will do another problem from Thevenin's theorem. Okay, we will do another problem from Thevenin's theorem on these dependent sources. I will explain. Will be same, only thing is we have to calculate VOC and we will be doing it by applying VOC and then the resistance. Okay, that what you do one thing. First you try to do this 3.29 problem. Load resistance using Norton's theorem. You first do this problem. Before we move on to, you first do this problem. We have to calculate the power loss in this resistor RL. That is, you have to calculate. This is for independent sources. As you can see, this is the independent source, but this will be a super mesh. So based on that, you apply the problems or apply the equation to RL. The power loss will be I square into RL. Power loss will be I square into RL. So you apply Norton's theorem for this problem, everybody. I think the problem is clear to visible to you. This problem. First short circuit the load resistance part. So then the last 2 ohm resistance, there will be no current flowing through this 2 ohm resistance. So this has been eliminated in this circuit. We have considered this node as node 1 and this node as the reference node. This is your reference node. So apply KVL for this entire loop. KCL for this entire loop. Apply KCL for this entire loop. No problem. Have, see, V minus 10 by 5 plus ISC current is flowing through this. So V 5 plus ISC, this will be equals to 5. V minus 10 by 5. If you are considering this part, then 10 minus V by 5 plus 5 is equal to ISC. And what is ISC? This is short circuited. So So the potential here will be 0. So this will current will be V minus 0 by 2. So from this you will get the node voltage at this divided by 2, then you will get the short circuit current. Then find out the equivalent resistance.
Sir,
Yes,
there.
ISC is 5 ampere.
Okay.
ISC is 5 ampere. So now calculate the internal resistance of all the sources and calculate. Yes.
So can you explain once the equation at node 1?
Yes, I will explain it to you. If you are short circuiting this, the entire current will flow through this, so there will be no current flowing in this node. So we have eliminated this resistance and we have redrawn. Considered this node as the reference node or the ground node. Okay, we are taking this node as node 1 and the voltage as V. So current will be entering from this. If you apply KCL here, current is entering from this. Okay, so this current plus this current will be equal to this ISC current. ISC current, so this terminal is 0, this entire is short circuited, so this point will have a voltage of 0. ISC current is flowing through this, your ISC will be V minus 0 by 2. ISC will be V minus 0 by current here. This is 10 minus V by 5 plus 5 is equal to ISC, that is 10 minus V for this branch current, 10 minus V by 5 plus entering is equal to ISC, that is V minus 0 by 2.
Clear.
Okay, now you solve the problem. Solve it for ISC, solve the internal resistance.
Resistance is 1.56 ohm.
Yes, 1.56 ohm. So now calculate the current through 1.6 ohm resistance. And please note this problem because this problem is important for your exams, considering independent sources and application of Norton.
Sir, power
9.26 watt, correct. Okay.
Sir, internal resistance तो सर 2.22 আসছে তো
না 1.56 আসবে 1.56 আসবে দেখো আমি এটা বলি ঠিক আছে যার 2.2 একবারটি শোনে না দেখো তুমি ইন্টারনাল রেজিস্ট্যান্সের কিসের রেসপেক্টে ক্যালকুলেট করছো তুমি যদি এই ফিগারটাকে তুমি যদি ইফ ইউ ডিঅ্যাক্টিভেট all these sources so when you deactivate all the sources your resistance looks like this. So this, what happens to the open circuited? So no resistance here, this part. So আমি যদি x আর y থেকে দেখি, এটা একটা ভুল দেওয়া আছে, আমি বলে দিই, this will be 5 into 2, 5 plus 2 into 2, ঠিক আছে? So with respect to xy, you are, one is this branch, another is this branch. With respect to xy, when you are calculating the internal resistance across terminal, one branch here, one branch here, তাহলে একটা branch, in one of the branches you are having resistances of 5 ohm and 2 ohm in series, resistance in parallel. You are having a branch with 5 ohm and 2 ohm in series. With that, you are having a branch with 2 ohm in parallel. Okay. So now you can calculate the internal resistance.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
পাওয়ার লসটা কি করে বার করব?
I square R.
ও আচ্ছা,
Load resistance এর across এ current টা বার করে দাও।
ইয়েস স্যার।
So power is 9.26 watt.
Yes, power is 9.26 watt.
Yes, the power is 9.26 watt.
Okay. So okay, Norton's theorem, application of Norton's theorem, is this okay for everybody? Okay, so then what we will or we will do a problem for Thevenin's, using Thevenin's for dependent sources. Same thing, you have to redraw the circuit based on VOC. Okay, after that I will show you a special application of circuit theory for analog circuits. This I will show you after this, but first you try to solve for Thevenin's theorem. So for Thevenin's theorem, sources, acha, okay, first do your entire problem with independent sources, then we will do for dependent with independent sources. Okay. Okay, so do this problem. Okay, 3.6, where we have to calculate the power loss in the 10 ohm resistor. So basically this 10 ohm is your 10 ohm resistor is, you have to calculate the open circuit voltage across this 10 ohm resistor, and you have to calculate the internal resistance of the circuit, that will be your Thevenin's resistance. Calculate the voltage across the load resistance 10 ohm, or you can calculate the current also, and then I square R will give you the. So first you calculate the open circuit voltage and the internal resistance using Thevenin's theorem. First do problem 3. Dependent source. Have calculate the voltage at terminal X or node, and you have calculated the voltage of node Y, you subtract Vx minus Vy, that will give you the Thevenin's voltage. Anybody has done this?
So last
Yes.
doing power loss.
Okay. Okay. Do power loss. What is the Thevenin's voltage that has come?
7 volts.
3.67 volts. Okay. And internal resistance?
5 by 3 ohms.
Yes, 5 by 3 ohms. Okay, so anybody else? Have you been able to do this? Anybody else?
So how can you find potential at
See, potential at point 5, I will tell you. See, 5 ampere, this current, if you take that part of the loop, take that loop, 5 ampere, right? So 5 ampere is the current flowing through the entire mesh. Okay.
yes, sir.
So what will be the potential at this? 1 ohm will be 5 ampere. So if you are taking the voltage Vy here as the node Y here as Vy, and you are making, so this will be also ground. So Vy minus 0 by 1, this will be equal to 5 ampere. So your Vy will be equal to, your equation for this part will become Vy minus 0, right?
Yes, sir. Vy minus 0 by 1 is equal to 5 ampere.
So from
So the power loss is 0.992 watts.
power loss is 0.990 watts multiplied by this your 0.315 ampere. Is 0.315 square into 10 ampere.
Yes, sir. 0.992 watts.
Yes. Yes. 0.992 watts. Okay. Any doubts, anybody out of this? Have everybody been able to do this? Wait, before we move on to the dependent sources. For dependent voltage source of 5 VL, you have to find out the internal and you have to find out the open circuit voltage. That is, you have to find out this V, this load resistance has been removed between terminals X and Y. You are having a dependent source of 5 VL, and VL is the power or voltage developed across the 3 ohm resistance. So open circuit voltage and the internal resistance by dividing the open circuit voltage with the short circuit current. So so
So which one? So 3 point.
yeah,
So problem 3.11.
3.11 this problem. 3.11 you are having a voltage source of, you are having source of 5 VL. VL is the voltage developed across 3 ohm resistance. You have to calculate the open circuit voltage and the internal resistance. So this is loop KVL in loop 1 and apply KVL in loop 2. So this is your open circuit voltage V, same as the voltage across this branch. So your V will be equal to 5 VL. Based on that you can do, I think. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. This is 5 VL, this is VL, this is XYV. The open circuit voltage of XY. So you have to apply KVL in loop 1 and loop 2. Apply KVL in loop 1 and loop 2. See, I will just give you a small hint. Your this small VL, your small VL will be equal to 3 current is flowing through this 3 ohm resistance. Only I2 current is flowing through the 3 ohm resistance. So your VL 3 into I2. Okay. So the value of this dependent voltage source will become 5 into 3 I2. 5 into 3 I2, that is 15 I2. Okay. So if the open circuit voltage, so this V will be applying KVL 1 into I1 plus 5 VI2 plus 1 into I1 minus I2. Capital V will be I1 into I1 plus 1 into I1 minus I2. Similarly, find the equation for this part of the circuit. For loop 2. In loop 2, you will get a relation between I1 and I2. And from that, you can calculate, I think. So first calculate the equations based on KVL. One current is I1 flowing through this, and I2 will also flow through this one.
Yes, sir.
So there, this will be 1 into I1 minus I2. Here this will be 1 into I1, and this will be 5 VL.
Yes, sir.
R will be 4 by 9 ohm. Yeah. Yes. Everybody done this? Anybody is having any problem? বলতে পারো। দেবব্রত, are you being able to understand?
Yes, sir.
Otanu clear? Otanu? Okay. So next we will move on to another problem. Let's say another problem from these dependent sources. Okay, so the dependent sources part, we will be just doing one more problem, and that is from your application of this Thevenin's and Norton's for analog circuits. Okay, so you do this problem 3. You do this problem 3.13, you do on your own. 3.13 on your own. Everybody do this problem 3.13. বিম্বায়ন এখন ঠিক আছে? বুঝতে অসুবিধা হচ্ছে কি এখন? হ্যালো হ্যালো বিম্বায়ন, okay, so do 3.13 now. The whiteboard drawing of the circuit becomes a bit difficult, so I can just write down the equations and explain it to you. It's a little difficult, so I try to do it by showing that in the PDF. So okay, I will try to use the whiteboard more. Okay, sure, I will just try to write the equations and explain it to you through the whiteboard. Anything you have done?
Yes.
Okay, I will just explain. Okay, so you have to calculate the internal resistance considering this. Okay, so first what we will do, we are first removing this constant current source of 10 amp, or we are making this part of the circuit open circuit, and we are applying a voltage source V0, that is the open circuit voltage across X and Y. So first what we are doing, if this is visible to you, we are just eliminating this, not eliminating, we can we are considering this to be open circuit and we are applying a voltage across V0. So when we are applying a voltage across V0, you see node 1, this will be, you apply KCL at node 1. You apply KCL at node 1 at here. Okay, you apply KCL at this point. Okay, this 1 ampere. Just I would ask you to visit this part of the problem. Okay. Thevenin, please everybody look at this. When we are considering a circuit with only dependent sources, we consider source between terminals A and B. We consider a 1 ampere source between terminals A and B. So for this same reason, we have considered an open circuit and we have considered a 1 ampere source here. So the current through this is 1 ampere. I am just repeating this. So when I am considering a circuit for only dependent sources and we are applying Thevenin's theorem, we connect between terminals AB and we calculate the value of AB. So we have just applied this. So when we have removed the with only, we have removed the independent source, we are left only with this dependent source. So that is why we are applying a, okay. So now you apply KCL at node 1. So this will be I1 is equal to plus 1 ampere. I is equal to 2I plus 1 ampere. I am following these steps. When the circuit is containing only 1 ampere source, we are calculating, or we are considering the current through R as 1 ampere. So therefore this is I 2I plus 1 ampere. I equals to 2I plus 1 ampere. Okay, this one. So your I is coming out to be minus 1. Okay, so if I is equal to minus 1 ampere, I mean, what did this direction is 1 ampere? I considered current through this R is 1 ampere. So your small I equals to minus 1 ampere. So therefore I will be flowing in this direction. I am repeating once again. When it's a circuit with only dependent source, that there is a 1 ampere source. So the current was flowing 1 ampere in this direction. We calculated to find out I was equal to minus 1 ampere. And 1 ampere, these two will be in opposite directions. I and 1 ampere, these two will be in opposite directions. So therefore, if I will be flowing through it in this direction. Okay. Now, what voltage will be equal to 0? Open circuit voltage will be equal to 0. V0 will be 0. When I am considering only dependent source, your VOC will be equal to 0. So see, forget about what is written here. Just remember 0. Okay. And R internal will be 0 by minus 1, that is 0 ohm. I am repeating this once again. So first consider the circuit consisting of only this dependent source. You remove this part of the circuit. So when this dependent source, you have to consider that there is the open circuit voltage is 0. That is the open terminal voltage is 0 and you are having a current. So the first step is this. So we are calculating the current as 1 ampere. Okay. So at this node, we are applying KCL. So this is I, because I is leaving the node, is equal to in the node, and this is also entering the node. So I plus 2I is equal to 1 ampere. I plus 2I is equal to 1 ampere. VO, that is the voltage across this, will be equal to 0. VO will be equal to 0. Now we consider this dependent source. And by considering this dependent source, we are calculating, or we are applying KCL. We are applying KCL again at node M. ঠিক আছে? Should I repeat this once again? Hello? Okay, from R internal. Okay, I will repeat this to you. So for R internal, what is the condition? You have to remove any source. So we are deactivating this part of the source. We are deactivating, or we are open circuiting 10 ohm resistance, correct? First step clear to you?
Sir.
Oh, okay, next, for dependent sources, when the circuit is left with only dependent source, we are considering only a 1 ampere current source. So at this node, I current is leaving the node, and this 2I and 1 ampere is entering the node. Your current is 1 ampere. Your current is 1 ampere. See, we have just followed the steps here. We connect 1 and we calculate the value of VAB. The Thevenin's resistance will be RTH equals to VAB by 1. So we have considered a 1 ampere, left with only a dependent source. So therefore we will be calculating the voltage across these terminals, VAB. So what is RTH? VAB by 1. Now when we have open circuited this, you are applying KVL. Okay, so this is a super mesh. So how do we calculate in a super loop? Right? You can calculate it by considering I equals to 1 ampere as well. So here the voltage is IR. Here the voltage is only R, that is minus R, and the voltage here is minus V0. So for this entire loop becomes IR minus V0 minus IR is equal to 0. Or equals to minus 1, that will also do. So if I write it here, so I will just write it for this loop. I am writing it for this loop, okay? I'm only. So I am writing it. So is this visible to you? This Jamboard, is this visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I am writing it for this board only. Okay, so you are having the circuit like this. That is for this part of the circuit. So you see, for loop, that loop, I into capital R. Okay, I into capital R minus it will be V0, right, as VOC. This IR, the current is flowing through this loop. Okay, through this loop, IR minus VOC minus 1 into R. So that is entering the loop. That is 1 into R, and this will be equal to 0. I am redrawing the circuit here. Okay, so what you had, you are having here a resistance. current source. This you have done. We have open circuited this part. We have open circuited this part. We have open circuited this part because there was a current source, dependent current source. The voltage across this, so this is the voltage is applied across this terminal. So this is nothing but this OC, right? This is VOC. The current through this is I. The current through this is I. The current through this is R. This is R. Correct? At this node. KVL, we are applying KVL for this entire loop. We are applying KVL. Since this is a super mesh, this will be considered as a single loop. So you see I into R plus 1 is plus, this is minus. The current through this will be in this direction. So your VOC will be negative. So your V, and this is I into R and this is 1 into R. You have calculated I as minus 1. You have calculated. So if you have calculated I as minus 1, so this part of the equation becomes minus R minus VOC R is equal to 0. So this R and R gets cancelled out. So what is VOC coming out to be? Your VOC is coming out to be 0. And your I, we have considered this as 1. So based on the Thevenin's theorem for dependent sources, your RTH should have been equal to VOC by 1. So this is equal to 0 by 1. 0 by 1 resistance is coming out to be 0. The RTH resistance is coming out to be 0. This is the internal resistance or RTH. So is this clear now? The value of internal resistance. Now
Yes, sir.
Now you have to calculate the voltage considering this current source. So for current source, you are not open circuiting it. So when you are connecting this this resistance. What was the value of the current? The initial current. So what we are doing? We are connecting this 10 ampere. We are connecting this 10 ampere. Now this R value has not been given to you. So we have connected this 10 ampere source now here. This is 10 ampere. Okay. And the 10 ampere source is having the direction of this. So when I am considering the loop KCL at this node again here, so this is 10 plus I, this is becoming 10 plus 2I minus I is equal to 0. This direction. Remember the figure. The current is in this direction. I will just get back to that presentation, or I will just get back to that problem screen, that is. So I will just get back to that problem screen. Okay, so see, so this is the internal resistance of 0 ohm. So now when you have connected the 10, calculating the voltage, this voltage will be equal to the voltage across this one. Voltage across this two term see, if you are applying KCL at this node, here the 10 ampere is entering the node, I is leaving the node, and 20 ampere 10 plus 2i minus I, and your I is coming out to be minus 10 ampere. Okay, so this is the current flowing through this. So when you are calculating the open circuit voltage, this will be same as the voltage across PQ. So your open circuit voltage is coming out to be minus 10 R volts. As your R has not been mentioned to you, you will be writing the open circuit voltage as minus 10 R volt and the internal ohm. See, if you are having any doubts, you can ask me. Any questions? So this is a problem where we have applied is when you have only dependent sources. Just tell me if you are having any problem, anybody. Priyanshu, is this clear or should I repeat this one?
No, sir, it's clear.
Okay, so anybody? Kritika, any problem? Clear?
Yes, sir. It is clear.
Okay. Okay then, so it's 4, so we are stopping here. I will share with you. Just we will next day we will do maximum power transfer theorem, but we will repeat this Thevenin's application for one analog circuit. Please go through the problems, and if you have any doubts, you can call me or text me. I will explain it to you. I will try to explain it to you. Actually, this circuit theory in board, or if I do not do it in front of you, this sometimes becomes very difficult to make you understand actually, because by showing this and this words are not so supportive as well, because drawing the circuit here is very difficult. So I would just try to figure out if there is any different circuit, or you can suggest me if there is any software where I can draw the circuit and write the equations as well. If you can suggest me any software, because drawing is difficult. Any software you know that where we can draw the circuit and properly? No, I am asking that where we can apply, we can draw the circuit and also write the equation